Welcome to my videos on Rook Endgame technique. In this series of videos, I will be discussing several ideas that you cannot find over the board. Like learning moves in karate, you have to actually learn them and you cannot make them up as you go. They are taught to you. So by using these ideas that you learn outside of the board, you can overpower your opponents in the endgame without even trying. Here we have two pawns, and black has a rook, but the game can still actually be won, not simply drawn. But do you move the pawn first, or do you move the king? And if you move the king, then where? Well, the idea in these sorts of situations is that you want to use the forward pawn for cover, always. And you'll see this idea very often. So as a mistake, players will play a7, but then king c3, and after king to b7, then king c4, b6, king c5, and now both pawns are under attack. That is problematic, because if you try to promote now, then you end up with both pawns being captured. So what you have to do is make sure that only one of the pawns is attacked. That pawn is the one that is furthest away from the king, and that is the technique. So here, white played king a7, and afterwards you simply promote the pawn that is furthest. Well, now it's actually not the one that's furthest away, but the one that cannot be attacked by the king. So that's the idea. You see now that the pawn on a6 cannot move anymore. And that's the one that has to be furthest away from the king because it cannot move anymore. So use the mobile pawn that might be closer to the black king, but it cannot be caught by the black king. It can only be attacked once by the black rook, but it would be protected by the white king. So therefore, the pawns cannot be captured. And that's the trick to that endgame technique. Hope you liked the video, and I will see you on the next one.